Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. And this time we're taking a look at the Marvel, the Uncanny X-Men Cyclops figure. And this is from Toy Biz from 1991. So the first thing we're going to do is take a close look at the packaging. So take a look at the packaging. This is pretty standard for the Uncanny X-Men packaging. So you have the picture of the figure you got. So we have Cyclops in his original outfit, and it says the Uncanny X-Men. He's got a card behind him, as well as he's got his little device he comes with. And it's got that Marvel Comics symbol that you see on like X-Men comics. Now there were multiple different printings of this figure, so you'll see this figure printed multiple times. Especially, it's really easy to tell once you look at like the backs of the figures what the differences are, as well as the cards that come with it. With this card that came with it with the Cyclops in the back, this is the original version that came out in 1991. So let's take a look at the back of the package. And taking a look at the back of the package, you can see that it shows a little synopsis of Cyclops as well as his laser light action. It comes with a 50% off Marvel subscription coupon, and it shows some of the figures in the toy line like Wolverine or Nightcrawler, Cyclops, Colossus. You got Juggernaut, Magneto. You got some motorcycles, as well as you got the Danger Room and supersized figures as well. But this type of back is what you see for the original wave of these figures. And as I have another one right here, this is another one that actually has a different card in it. You can kind of see it's more modern. And this one came out a little bit later. I don't know if this has, let's see if this says 1993. So this one came in 1993, but looks exactly the same. But as you see on the back of the package, you can see that it shows different lineup of figures, and it shows the more modern wave of these figures. And this is one of the later printings of this figure. The main feature of this figure is the laser light up eyes. Now obviously this figure has been in package since 1991. I don't know if the batteries will actually work. It'll be kind of one of those surprise things to see. But this figure doesn't have one of those replaceable batteries like the Cyclops with the more modern like X-Men cartoon style outfit. That one actually had it where you can open up and replace the batteries. This figure unfortunately doesn't have that. You have to actually crack the figure open to possibly replace the batteries. I'm not even, and like I said, I'm not really sure if you're able to do it without damaging the figure. So it would be interesting to see if it's actually still working after all these years. Obviously it's never been used before, but let's get this guy opened up. Alright, so taking a look at the Uncanny X-Men Cyclops figure and getting this guy out of package. Absolutely amazing. I had this guy as a kid. It's, a lot of nostalgia here. And to see this guy in, mint condition is pretty amazing. Now he's got Cerebro's computer on his hands. That's what his secondary device is. I'm really not sure, why. It really looks like a weapon. As a kid, I never read the package before I opened it, so it looked like a gun to me with these little guns right here. So I put it on there just to show you. I'm going to take it off because this scratches the paint of these figures really easy. So we're going to pull this guy out and take a look at this guy. But absolutely stunning looking figure. This is basically what you get. You get this in the Cerebro computer, and this figure looks great. I mean, you can see the nice detail in the paint. You got the blue with the white paint, and it goes down to his gloves. He's got a little spot where he could hold a weapon or a different gun from, you know, other characters in the series, but he doesn't come with one. And he's got his clenched fist, and, you know, really, really nice. Decent articulation for this guy, so he does move up and down the shoulders and bends at the elbow. Same thing, moves at the shoulder, bends at the elbow. His legs moves it up forward and back, and he also bends at the knee. And I mean, you can move him pretty decent. He does catch right there, so you can't make him do the full split, but decent articulation for the time. Now, like, he doesn't have any head articulation because he does have that light up feature. And as we take a look at the back, here we have that little knob on the back which you'd use for the light up feature. Probably the most incredible thing about this figure is this has been in package since 1991, and now we're in, you know, 2020, and these batteries are unable to be replaced. But as we take a look at his little switch and we push it down, he still lights up. Incredible. Those batteries didn't corrode or anything. It's absolutely amazing to see that. I mean, really, really neat. And I'll turn the lights off in a second to get a better look at that, but that's his action feature. And turning off most of the lights, here we can see, same thing, he lights up. I mean, that is absolutely incredible that that still works, being in package that long. I was not expecting that at all. That's really, really neat. So taking a closer look at his head, you can see the nice detailing in his visor. He looks really nice. He's got that red plastic, which, you know, with the light up feature shines through, which is really cool. And the paint going on the back. Really nice looking guy. And as we light his visor up again, you can see it looks really nice. Taking a look at his torso, pretty basic. I mean, it's just blue and white paint. Looks nice. You can see the gloves. You can see the joints in his elbows. Pretty nice. And then obviously that little switch on the back, which does light him up. You can see his hand with the hole in it, that he could hold weapons from the series, but he does not come with anything that actually works with that. And we have the nice detailing in the boots. Like I said, they bend at the knee. There's no ankle pivot or anything. These are pretty, you know, early toys, so they didn't have a ton of articulation. Pretty good for the time, and as funny as a lot of toys regress and give you less articulation, especially some of the Star Wars figures, you can see those nice boots as well. Looks really, really nice. And then if we take a look, you can see it has that stamped copyright of 1991 right there. Marvel 1991 and China, so obviously made in China. And for size comparison, here we have the Uncanny X-Men Cyclops next to the Wolverine that was in the series. This is the original version of the Wolverine. Not my favorite one that came out in the series. I think the second one I like the best. But here we have the original Wolverine, and they got the size pretty good. I mean, Wolverine is supposed to be shorter than the other characters, and Cyclops is definitely taller than him, which is really nice, which I like. Now, this is not my favorite Cyclops toy. I do like the one that, you know, is more reminiscent with that look of the animated TV show, and I've already done a review on that one. And that one actually had replaceable batteries where, you know, as the series went along, they had it where you could actually unscrew and replace the batteries. This guy, unfortunately, doesn't, but being in package, you know, from 1991 all the way till now in 2020 when I'm doing this review, it's amazing that this guy actually still works, and that's pretty crazy. And here we have him next to my original Cyclops that doesn't work anymore. The batteries have died. I've not tried to replace them. You can see he's right here. He's got a bunch of paint issues. That's the one I play with as a kid, so having this mint condition version of him is really, really cool to see that. I really am happy to have that. And obviously I still have another one in package as well, because this figure means quite a bit to me. This is, you know, an important figure from my childhood. It's Cyclops, my favorite character, and my first Cyclops I ever had. So here is the one that we just opened. Here is the one from my youth, and a nice comparison to the Wolverine. I love these figures. They're even re-releasing these figures as like an anniversary edition where the package is a little bit bigger. Same package, but it's a little bit bigger and the figure's bigger, and a newer version of that for, you know, nostalgia. But these are the original toys that I had back in the day. And obviously these came out in 1991. Now there are other versions of Cyclops. They have them painted in all blue. I think that's more reminiscent of the original blue and yellow from the original X-Men comic. But this was the original one they released in the toy line. And then obviously they did the one with his hair being shown, which is my favorite from the style of the TV show. and the comics of that time. But fantastic looking figure. I mean, I definitely recommend this guy for the collectors. You know, he's not too expensive. You could probably find him in a package anywhere from $10 to $20 still, depending on the original version and the quality of the package. Wolverine's where it kind of gets a little bit more pricey, but amazing figure. And once again, this has been Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and I will see you guys next time.